presentation, I will take over the vastu aspect. My wife will be talking about astrology, pharmacy, and numerology, and a little bit of Muslim and also. So I share the stage with her.
This is our logo.
Okay.
Wherein it tells you that my name is Jyodhisham.
Ma'am, please come.
You can come
Please come.
further, be louder also.
Name suggests we have all the services here as astrology, palmistry, numerology, gemology, and vastu. So know your future. This is our main idea. The next slide.
Read the point at the
Next.
You can pass.
Yeah, it is a three-decade astrological research
Arvind,
center
Arvind.
engaged the service of divine knowledge
Keep the right side one.
scientific manner. It is an exclusive and unique institution offering comprehensive services. Change what can be changed. See, we are not here a one-time astrologer wherein you come, we finish with you and we send you off. We have a follow-up of each of the horoscope species. We are unique. Why? Because our remedies are simple. We don't ask you to go all the way to the north to a temple or all the way to the south. We are simple in our remedies and it really works. And our remedies are scientific too. You can even ask questions. No one asks questions. Why? What is the reason for it? But we do give that.
Show pointing this side. No.
What happened?
One second. It will complete. She's pressing the wrong button. Yeah.
Down or above?
Right side. No, not even the right side.
yes.
So what gives Jyodhisham above all other astrological outfits? Its approach is simple and practical with all services under one roof. As I told you, we have so many services. It is all under one place. So with all this, all your problems are solved at one place. You don't need to go to each and every other different places. Discarding traditional system. It has a notable team of experts experienced in the field. It is one and only center whose analysis is combined with vastu, palmistry, and numerology. Its remedies are rational, practical, and time-tested with some proven results. We can give you examples of regarding what are the remedies we have given and how it is worked out for people. It is perhaps the only organization with follow-up and pursuit system. It has the inevitable pride of having vast satisfied clients worldwide without any single advertising. All remedies are at home without temples and rituals.
She's pressing the wrong button.
The founder of Jyodhisham is Mr. A.P. Velayudhan. Is in a way an authority on the subject with several titles, including Honorable Doctorate. His well-researched articles and books, Can Astrology Be a Science? And Astrological Ancient Wisdom and Modern Misconceptions are worth pursuing. Astrology is an ancient science and as valid an approach to our universe as an astronomy. My books explain the original, complete and simplified method of the science behind astrology. So these are the books which he has written. So the first book tells you about what exactly is astrology. It is a combined, you don't need to go through to any of the astrological books. What is most important is all being put in this. Just by reading this one book, you can learn astrology. And this book is being sold out, now it is in Amazon. Amazon you can buy this. The second book is regarding the misconceptions of astrology. This is the book which is now being for sale. These are the things like how you know how they have messed up astrology. Don't do that, don't do this. If you do this, this will happen. You will die also later. So what all is the misconceptions in astrology is being put in this book. So please go through and with this star this happens, with that all these problems. So all that is being put in this book. Just to bring out what are the false things going on in astrology. Half-baked knowledge is not going to be useful for anybody. This is what is happening outside. So these two books are really good. So what are the services we do? First one is astrology, as you know. Under astrology we have prasanna, matchmaking and numerology. The next is palmistry, numerology, vastu, gemology and counseling. Let's go one by one. Astrology. Astrology is study of 12 houses in combination with 9 planets. The Kundalini chart that is generated is based on the birth details. So to tell more about astrology is a very vast subject, but to tell you in short, this is only based on time, date and your place of birth. Without these 3 details you can't put a house. And the details of astrology, like the 12 houses and the 9 planets, that itself is another big subject. We tell 9 planets, but this planet starts only from Mercury, Earth, Mars, we tell it. But here, Sun has also been involved, Moon has been involved, and Rahu Ketu has been involved. Sun is a star, it nowhere comes with other planets. Moon is a satellite. Rahu and Ketu are not at all planets. They are just the nodes which are on the elliptical path of Sun and Moon. But that really works. This is how it is being working more. So Rahu Ketu is one of the major planets which is really causing problems in everyone's life. So that is nowhere, it's nowhere there. It's not existing. It's something which is being analyzed and taken as 2 points on the elliptical path. So that is the magic in astrology. You can take it like that. So the next one is Prasanna. It is another science. The next one is Prasanna. Like the different signs in astrology. Prasanna is a unique and delicate segment in astrological predictions. It is used for specific concerned query to make appropriate decision. It gives an yes or no answer. Yes or no answer is when comes when you're not able to decide whether I should go for it or not. This is where it works for you. Where you get an answer as yes or no. It's a clear question where you get a clear answer. This is being done on specific time, date and other factors which you know later when you do that. Next is matchmaking. So compatibility is checking yearly on star and moon sign and the ratings of Buddhas and Buddhas in spite of marriages are failing. You know nowadays what they tell, out of 36, 32 is matching, but still marriage doesn't survive. The reason for it, Bhavamsam, Doshamsam and Rasa Sandhi to check the nature and longevity of the marriage. Idea is people live that. Guna Buddhas are only based on stars. But what we see is different. It is based on Papa Samyam, Rasa Sandhi, and we have Mangal Dosham and so many other things which they live. They only go by Gunas and Buddhas. So that is where they make the mistake. So we are different in matching. It doesn't mean Guna Buddha should not be there. It is okay if it is to an extent. It is okay if the star match is to an extent. But what really matters is the Papa Samya and the other checks to be seen. Next is Muhurtam. So marriages fail because of unsuitable Muhurtams. That is what we tell you. Shastra says a proper and appropriate Muhurtam will nullify at least 50% of the malefic effects in the compatibility. So Muhurtams, we give dates for all occasions, but we specialize for Muhurtams. Idea is the proper date and time given for the date of marriage will nullify 50% of your compatibility problems. And all days doesn't suit for everybody. The one which suits for that couple will not suit for another couple. So that's different. It's another long way of calculations wherein you get the best date for marriages. Next, palmistry. The reliability of palmistry is much more than astrology. The separate study of both does help an expert to be more realistic in his predictions. In palmistry, you will never go wrong because your hand will not make any mistakes, but your astrology can make mistakes. Where lies the problem is in astrology you need the time of birth, but in palmistry it's not required. It is your hands which is going to tell you the truth. In astrology, if your time goes wrong, your full horoscope goes wrong. And there's one more thing which I would like to tell is no hospital records the correct time. We have done a research on it wherein none of the hospitals takes the right time. The time taken for the lady to enter the labor room and come out of it and the child is born, it really takes a difference of at least 11 to 15 minutes. By the time your time of birth is changed, and each hospital records a different time. One person takes it when the umbilical cord is cut. One person takes the time when the baby is just coming out or the head is seen. One hospital takes it at a different timings of the first which is on the table. Next is the breath, next is the cry. But what really matters is the cry of the child. That is the time it has to be taken. None of them take the time slot. Because a baby can be born, but the first cry it takes, the effort it takes to breathe is the time of birth. No one records it. So astrology, that's why I'm telling you, astrology is not that accurate. You can only take the strength of the planets or the other factors regarding it. So most of them take they just analyze it, they send you and you can work, but that will not work. So this is where palmistry takes the place. So here nothing goes wrong. And I tell you, for people above 55 and 60, it is where palmistry works. Astrology will not work for it. Because by the time of that age, everything is finished for them. So it's only here that it's going to work out. A separate study of both has helped an expert to be more realistic in his predictions. So with astrology and with palmistry, only it works. This is where we stand. So palmistry is the one which really works. Next, numerology is another limited science, but it really works. It is only based on numbers and on its vibrations. So numerology is limited to positive, neutral, and a negative nature of numbers and its combination with English alphabets. There are two systems in this, but we follow one of them. And it is only limited to your name, your company name, your house name, and the vibrations. The name you have kept, but the exact vibrations you get out of it. So there it really matters. Next, gemology. Stones should be used only on the appropriate ascendant lords, yoga karakas, birth yogi, and benefic planets. So we see people. You can see everyone wearing stones in every finger, you see them wearing. But that will not work. It is also important to energize and cleanse the stones as per Vedic rites before wearing them. You know, people wear stones for all the fingers, which is not required. You only need to wear stones for what is being required. Or they wear this stones for all the 9 planets. It's a zero effect. It's of no use. So you must be wearing what is really required for you. So you need to take medicines for what you need it, not for everything. So it's something like that. And stones are just not to be worn just like that. It has nothing. And then stones have no energy in them. You need to energize them. Or else it's not good. It's just like a watch or bangle or whatever you go to that. It's another ornament of money. It is just a stone. You have to energize them and only then buy it, only then it's going to work for you. We don't give stones just like that for everything. Some people give for Rasi, some people give for Lagna, some people give for all the planets. Some of them give for everything. Depending on the time running also they give it. It is not required. You need to wear only for when it is being required. Next, counseling. Marital disharmony among couples and other relationships. Inattentiveness among school, college-going students can be effectively be tackled through counseling and astrological methods. So, people come to us only when there is problems. So they don't come when they are okay. When everything is spoiled and really repaired, then they come to an astrologer and we have this and that. So how do I repair them? The first thing is counseling. Only then it is astrology and other remedies which goes to it. I need to know the problem, what really is going on. Only then you can repair it. And next, it is among the children also nowadays we feel there are many problems going. Elders only can't solve the problems. So what will children do? So you need to monitor your children. And you need to give them the freedom to. Because nowadays students are not like before. What they tell, they won't listen. And what they want, you have to give them. So it has to be tackled very carefully with children. So, and also, this science is as old as astrology. It is based on the effects and control of 5 elements. Panchabhutas being the earth, air, water, fire and space. It is based on the earth's magnetic field and conservation of cosmic energy entering the northeast. So what really matters is this second point. That is, you're bringing the energy into your house. There is only the northeast. all the Vastu is based on this. The energy coming to your house from the northeast corner. So he'll continue with that. Regarding Vastu.
Thank you. So basically, we have covered about the basic of the introduction of Vastu. I have drawn a simple diagram for Vastu. One thing is, I'm not installed this. Something called Brahmastana, which is compared to the center of the place. So I'd like to subtract divided by 2. That's called the Brahmastana, which is very, very important. Now, basically, the Vastu for a house is we got this direction. Basically, you need to keep the northeast, which is very, very important for many sectors, whether it's office, apartment, or building, whatever you say, it should be open. So this area is to be, if you have a very good entrance, the northeast is very good for you. The other sectors can be covered with the, for the kitchen to be in the southeast corner. This is the kitchen which is going to be in the southeast corner, a guest room, and this is also bedroom, which will keep as this is the master bedroom which you can keep in this place. Okay, and as bedroom here. So the second option for kitchen. Basically, the core factor is make sure the areas with the principles follow where you keep the right item in the right place. For example, we cannot compromise on the kitchen, and the person cooking should face the east. Southeast is an Agni formation where we need to respect it with the borders of the kitchen or the guest room can be, or your UPS room, or even your this thing. When you come to the office, basically the same principle should be followed, sir, in the particular area. And the basically entrance, the positive entrance is for northeast, this is both positive. For southeast, the right of south and right of east is positive. So if you have a door in the northeast and you have an entrance in the southeast, no problem. Suppose you have the northeast closed and you have the southeast open, then it's the negative energy, sir. And the sum should be one in the northeast sector, in the most important. In an open land, you cannot say where the water flow is there, not an issue. If you have the diviner who can say where the water comes, not a problem. We have to only drag a pipe towards the northeast sector. This is what is the basic of Vastu. Even in an office, make sure the southwest cabin is related to the head of the department. Person should face the east while talking to them. Even when you have a conference, the main person should face the east while talking. Let the members face the west. So the more energy is cultivated for people who talk in the east corner. So this is what we compare with Vastu. And if you have a land also, if you have a land which is elevated in this place, for example, you have a land elevated in this northwest sector, like this. Many Vastu people say that ignore that particular land, but we don't do that. We got some kind of a remedy where you can use that land separately. According to Vastu, that does not come into your references as well. You can use this separate place. So we have corrections without demolitions. Any property, any apartment, please do let us know, except the southwest. Please don't go for the southwest entrance, which we not have, not many corrections can be done in southwest. So this is what we basically Vastu. So any questions you can ask?
So basically, who are the best